Hi everyone, welcome back to the podcast. This is the second episode, and I'm joined with Hannah today. If you want to say hi.
Hi.
So we have an American on today.
Heck
Second
yes.
episode in. Hannah, I know Hannah from Twitter because for anyone who doesn't know me, been on Twitter for a while. That's how I make most of my friends.
Me too.
And
Me
yeah,
too.
so it's the better. But to be fair, not sure about your area. I'm not going to judge your area, but there's not many nice people around my area, so
Yeah.
you
I
know,
feel that. I feel that, honestly.
and it's a great way to meet people from different places, as we've
Definitely.
demonstrated. I'm going to say it again. Ignore what I'm wearing because I didn't really plan an outfit for today and it's freezing. So but the whole point of the podcast is to be like chill and cozy and whatnot.
Heck
So,
yes.
you've frozen.
Am I frozen?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. You're back. It's fine. I think it doesn't matter. I can hear you. So it's better than
Yeah.
nothing. Um, so yeah, we are gonna just have a chat. This is the first normal convo. That sounds really weird, but the first episode, as people will have seen by now, was with I know you're a musician. I'll get into that because you do music, you sing.
Yeah.
But he was in. He's a friend of mine, and he was in a band that I photographed for. So I've known him for a while. So we had a bit more to, I knew, But
Yeah.
I am planning on doing more calls with just friends. I mean, I know he's not famous, but I don't know how
Yeah.
to,
Yeah. I got you. I got you.
So I had to start somewhere, and I thought, why not start with someone who I've actually never spoke to on the phone, so it's like new for both of us.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I've got to get used to it. So why not?
I mean,
Why not
hey,
start
you
straight
got to
away?
start
And
somewhere.
so yeah, as I just said, Hannah does music. You post on YouTube, if I am
I
correct.
do.
You do,
I
and
do.
you write your own songs as well. Do you want to tell us a bit
Yes.
about all of that?
I will. Okay, so pretty much I write the songs and I have one of my friends, her name is Candace. I usually have her sing them for me and she also writes the background music. So pretty much we kind of like work it out together. I'll like send her the song and be like, "Hey, is this good?" and she'll like give me her opinion on it and I'll
Yeah,
like fix it up and whatever and she'll like write it and send it to me and be like, "Hey, is this good?" and I'm like, "Yeah, it's good." And then YouTube video wise, I'm so bad at keeping up with YouTube, but like I work it. I work on it. I work on it. And me and my friend Amber have been doing social media for a while, so yeah, we've been trying to work it out a little better now that we have so much free time.
yeah, definitely. Do you think you want to do music as a career, or is it just something that you enjoy, like on the side?
I think it's more of a side thing for me because I can't sing, so like I look at it more
Well,
as like
songwriting, yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I feel like songwriting's just such a hard thing to get into that like I'm like I'm not like into it enough to want to like just fully do that. But
yeah. I think it's a really good talent to have, but I think if you're not comfortable singing them, it's kind of like you get pushed aside. I don't know if you feel
yeah,
that way
yeah.
because I've tried writing songs in the past because obviously I sing too, and
Mhm.
it's like your average song that's
Yeah.
just pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've never really got into songwriting. So I think it's a sick talent. Yeah, fair enough. Like I don't think I could sit there and write. What kind of like songs do you mainly write, or is it like varied, like genre and
um
stuff like that?
it kind of varies. I guess it really depends on my mood, honestly. Like a lot of times I'm better at writing songs when I'm sad. It's just I just find it so
Yeah,
much easier to like flow and I'm like, it's more real that way, you know?
yeah. I think yeah, definitely. I think I feel like I know I'm not a songwriter, but obviously you learn about it when you do
Yeah,
music
yeah.
anyway. I feel like when you use experience, it's going to make it so much more realistic in the lyrics. Because if you just think, "Oh, I'm going to write a breakup song," but I've never actually been through a breakup, it's a bit
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
but you don't know how to feel during it.
Yeah,
So
like it doesn't connect the same way that it would if you went through it.
Exactly. So I think, yeah, that is a big thing. Do you do anything on the side of songwriting? I assume you do. Just, you said it's just a side thing, like work, school.
Well, I babysit. I babysit like 5 times a week,
Oh
five
God,
nights. I do nights, so um, and I like to do photography too. So sometimes I do that on the side as well.
I do
But
photography on the side as well.
yeah,
I never knew that, so
it
that's
is.
cool. So is that like, is that the job you want to continue at the moment in the future? Is there
Yeah,
like a
at the
dream job or?
moment, that is at the moment. Photography is like more of my thing. I want to try and like up my YouTube game a little bit. I'm not really sure how that's gonna go, but I mean, hey, it's worth a try.
Yeah, no, definitely. I I do YouTube as well, and I do it. I don't do it for other people. I do it for me because I enjoy
Yeah,
doing it.
exactly.
And like for my birthday this year, my mom brought me a new vlogging camera because I was
That's
like,
exciting.
I actually want to try a bit more
Yeah,
because,
yeah,
But the thing is, I've kind of realised that when I film sitting down videos, I don't enjoy it because that's not what I enjoy.
yeah.
Unless I'm with people, I find that a bit more fun because
Mm.
But
Oh
I
yeah,
enjoy,
definitely.
yeah, I enjoy vlogging mainly.
Hmm.
So I found that I was only vlogging like when I went to gigs or things that I wanted to vlog,
Yeah,
and I wasn't posting for ages sometimes because, like, let's say I had a gig in the start of February and then I didn't do anything to vlog till the end of February,
yeah,
I'd be like, I need to post, but really, I'm thinking, well, no, because it's what I want to post.
exactly. Like it's more like towards you than what everyone else may want.
Exactly. And that's another reason why I wanted to do this as well, because I've always liked the thought of doing a podcast. And I thought, well, if I start one and like have a new channel or whatever, I think I'd want to do this bit more consistently. But
Yeah,
I would enjoy it instead of feeling pressured like my YouTube
definitely.
videos. And I think the only thing with this whole podcast thing is finding people who are happy. I don't really want it to be just me.
Yeah, definitely,
Um,
definitely.
and I don't really want to do, because I was thinking obviously I could get like my mum on or something just to chat
Yeah.
about that. But the thing is, at the moment, I kind of want it to be virtual because
Yeah.
I like how it kind of connects with everything that's gone on this year, with everything having to go online, and it's,
Yeah.
you know. But I am planning, whenever I'm back at work and as soon as I'm earning, I am wanting to get, even if I just get either my new laptop or a new webcam, and get like USB microphones
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
to sit, and I'll still probably sit in my bedroom on the floor because that's chill. It's
Yeah.
and then I can start doing in-person ones, and obviously as soon as all this is over, I'm hoping to get people actually on it.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, so
definitely.
thank you for being the second person as well,
Of course,
because
of course.
it's quite new, all of this, and
Definitely.
I appreciate you being up for it because I didn't want it to, I didn't want it to be all friends and
Yeah.
all, not celebrities because they're not celebrities, but people in like that kind of
Yeah.
industry
Yeah.
sort of thing. Whether it's like a smaller celeb or I know
Hmm.
I probably can't get bloody Beyonce on or something like that. I get that,
Yeah.
but obviously, even if I can just get a vary of people on, at least the conversations will be different as well,
Yeah. And you learn more
because
about little things, you know?
exactly, like one my friend, I went to high school with her, so that's, I don't know what it's high school for you as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. um I went to school with her, and she's a producer slash musician as well, and although I've had like you on and the last one was music, it'll be like different because we can talk about school and
Yeah.
and so I think it's cool. And the next person I've actually got a call with, unless I have one beforehand, is a different industry as well, so that's going to be
That's
cool.
good.
Another American. I'm not going to tell anyone, but it's another American. And he's worked with a few, it's a boy, he's worked with a few artists on stuff. I won't spill any more, but there's the teaser.
But that's a little teaser. Make
Little
sure to come back for
teaser.
more.
um I mean, I just thought, we'd have a chat and talk about Twitter. Let's talk about
Oh
Twitter.
yes. Twitter,
Twitter. Mm.
interesting.
I mean, I think it's one of those apps where, for me, I hate it, but I love it.
I feel that on a personal level. I feel that.
Like, if I didn't have Twitter, I think I'd cry.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
It's definitely like it's like a safe place, but at the same time, the complete opposite. Like,
honestly, because it's like I need that. Like, when I've been locked out of my account before, and it was
mhm.
only for like a week because I got it sorted, but I was so upset because I was like, but
Yeah.
everyone's on there. And I just think, but then as you said, it's like it's so toxic at times as well.
Mhm.
And I mean, lately I have been not on it as much as I would normally be.
Yeah.
Because normally I would just tweet anything and everything, and I just wouldn't care. But I've
Yeah.
just been, every time I've gone on it, sometimes I'll see stuff and I'm just like, can't, you know, it just,
Yeah.
so I get off. So I've been trying to, but I feel a lot better because I'm not completely shutting Twitter out because I do like it, but I'm
Yeah.
not pushing it to the point where it's upsetting me.
I feel that. I feel like I've been the same way lately. Like I've just kind of like spent a lot less time on it. And I don't know if it's the fact okay, so obviously like for the fandoms and stuff, it's a bigger account. I don't really think it like it's that big, but I was like, whatever. Um, it's so hard having a big account on Twitter because they expect you to know everything and anything, and
Yeah.
they expect you to like I will learn things and like educate myself on things, but I need time for that. They want you to know it like right away, and it makes it so stressful. And I'm like,
Yeah.
ah.
To be fair, I think that's where the toxicity comes from, is the whole being a stan account.
Yeah.
But I love it. Like, I don't know why. I mean, I'm 20.
Yeah.
Like, you'd think I'd grow out of it, but I love it, and I think it's because it's where I know, and it's people might disagree depending on who watches this. If people aren't stan accounts, they might not get it. But like, from
Yeah.
my point of view, there's more real people that I meet within a day on that app than there is in real life who I've known
Oh yeah,
for
exactly.
years. And I think that's what stops me from fully going away. But I don't want to. I mean, if it got that bad that it's making me like really bad, then I will.
Mhm.
But I think
Yeah.
because I'm working around it now and like not
Mhm.
being on it too much, it's really helped
Yeah.
me.
Um so it's actually kind of funny. I actually originally made my Twitter so people from my TikTok can follow it because I have like 160K on TikTok.
Oh,
So, yeah, so I literally originally made it for that, and I kind of just got sucked into all the fandoms because, like, I guess that's like honestly what most of Twitter is made up of now, which is
yeah,
okay. I mean, and like I love like seeing all the different fandoms and like how each one is like it's just like crazy like how different all of them are, but at the same time how everyone is literally exactly the same.
yeah.
Like,
I think every fandom, as you said, it's got toxic
mm-hmm.
vibes in all of them, but I think some are just more extreme, or some are a little
Yeah.
bit, and it's. I mean, that's shit, but there's bad people, and
I
there's,
was gonna say at that
you
point you
know,
can't even like blame it like on fandoms. It's more like the people are the
it's
bad things,
certain
you know?
people. Yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, I also wanted to talk about uh to do with Twitter again. Giveaways. Why do you do them? I mean, I know I do them as well, but I want to know your point of view on it.
Okay, well, personally, when I was like specifically when I was younger, like I guess even like recently, like I like always was so upset because I could never like buy merch or anything. And like I just always wanted it. And I always like saw other people getting it and I was like, I want it too. Like what the heck? And then finally, like I was in a place where I could get it and I could also get it for other people that can't get it. So like
Yeah,
why not like I know what it's like to want it and like I know what it's like I know like certain people literally like can't afford it like there's like people that go through different situations like all the time and you don't know what anyone's going through and I know it can just make someone's day just a little bit better, so it's always good to just spread a little happiness with it.
yeah. Well, I'm sure everyone appreciates it.
I hope
Um,
so.
and I mean, I think the whole summary of anyone doing giveaways is to make other people happy and whatever.
Yeah.
But I think as well, I've always been someone who, he, when like it started off with like friends and family. I just like giving random presents to them and getting them
I
what
the
they
same
want.
way, yeah.
Like if my best mate is like, oh, I really want this, I will write it down and make sure at some point she gets something similar or
Yeah.
that exact thing. And
Yeah.
I think that like made me think, well, just because they're strangers,
Mhm.
like you don't know their situation. Like, and I think you can agree on this. I don't know if you've had this, but there's been times where there's people who have begged in DMs, and I don't like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, I don't like that. And like I feel like I like will post on my account and ask them not to. And the fact that they still do it makes me feel like they don't even look at my account, which makes me feel like they're just using me to get stuff. And
That's one other thing. I
that's where I like
think,
draw the line.
yeah, I think as well. Um, and I mean, it doesn't bother me too much because
Mhm.
you put yourself in that situation by doing it.
Exactly.
But I think a vast majority of people who follow you for giveaways is for that reason only.
Oh
If
yeah,
like
definitely.
if I tweet something, I don't get loads a lot, like I don't get as much as you, but you do constant. Like I'm on a break from giveaways, which is obviously a
Yeah.
reason why I don't have many people. But this is what I mean. But like I'll tweet something, and I'll get like 7 likes, and then I'll put giveaway question mark, and it's like, and
Exactly.
it's like,
Or like I'll write something. Okay, so I like to test this out just to kind of see what happens. Sometimes I'll like post something like serious about like something that like need like people should educate themselves on. And then I'll post something right after it that says like this for a surprise or something. And I'll see the difference in likes. And I kind of like when picking for giveaways, I kind of go by the people that do both. Like don't just
yeah,
like
yeah.
because like I get wanting like I get it, I get wanting stuff, but at the same time like I don't think you should just be here because you want something, you know?
I think it's like this person is spending their money on you, so why can't you just like
Mhm.
not necessarily support all their tweets and shit, but like support important stuff to them. Like
Exactly.
just because a giveaway is important to you, they might tweet. And I know this is just a weird example, but like they might tweet photos of themselves that they're actually really happy with,
Mhm.
and it gets like 3 likes because everyone's just
Yeah,
like, well, it's not a giveaway, and it's a bit like,
exactly.
and I know it shouldn't be like this, but sometimes likes mean a lot to people.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's kind
definitely.
of, I think it is kind of shitty that that's how it is sometimes, because you shouldn't care. And
Exactly.
I've got to the stage where now I don't really care.
Mhm.
But in the past, I have been there where I've posted
Oh,
a
definitely.
photo
When
on
I
like
was younger
Instagram.
specifically, I was
Yeah,
very big
I'd
on that.
post it, and it's like to be fair, it's only recently I've really realised it, like in the last couple of years. But
Yeah.
like in the past, I would post something and it'd get like 70 likes on Instagram, and I'd be like, well, I normally get 120, so I'm deleting it.
Exactly. Yeah, I did the same thing though. I used to do the same thing.
And I used to have that mindset where if my photo doesn't get over 100 likes, it's going.
Mhm.
But I don't do that
No,
anymore. It doesn't
I
bother
used to
me.
do that too though. I did used to do that too because I just felt like there was okay, so like obviously like there's certain people where if people see them, they're automatically gonna be like, oh, I'm liking this because of this person. So my friends were always like really popular, but I was always like kind of quiet. Like I had like a decent amount of friends, but like I
Yeah, I get what you
I was
mean.
more like, laid back than a lot of my friends. So I'd post a picture of myself and it'd get like 100 likes, and then I'd post a picture with one of my friends, and all of a sudden it'd like shoot up, and I was like, well, this is awkward. I was like, it's just so weird. Like it's like a weird feeling. But like
Yeah,
I feel like
it's
I've gotten over that recently. Where
yeah, I definitely have, because I think I I used to always want to post like photos of me and like not a celebrity but someone who I look up to, who
yeah.
not many people might know. And then I'd
Mhm.
post it and it'd get like 50 likes, and I'd be like, okay, I'm deleting it. So and I don't like that, because I want my Instagram to be full of like the memories that I want on there.
Yeah.
And obviously, as I said, it's got a lot better recently. Like I've not really bothered
Yeah.
or cared anymore, because it's like if I'm happy with the photos, like I posted some photos the other day that I actually because I very rarely really like photos of myself, but I
Yeah.
think that's just the thing.
Oh,
And
definitely.
I really, really like them. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to post them. And it only got 80 likes, but I was like, oh, well, I like it. It's fine.
Oh, well, exactly. Like, I feel like as long as, like, you're happy with it, like, it should be good, you know? Like, that's what I was,
I,
like, on Twitter recently.
I always find as well, I don't know if it's all the same, but with me, I always post like photos that I'm not 100% happy with, but I'm like, I'll post it anyway. And everyone seems to love it. And I'm like, I don't like it.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I
then
do
the
that all
vice
the time.
versa. And it's crazy.
I do that all
Oh,
the time. No, but like back to the like things really quick. On Twitter, my likes have been going down, and I'm pretty sure it's because I've been slowing down on giveaways, which I haven't really been too like bothered by. The only thing that I don't like is like the likes have been slowing down, but as soon as I post something about a giveaway, it's like shh. And I'm like, huh.
yeah.
I guess I don't really mind it because I kind of like I knew what I was putting myself into when starting like giveaways and stuff. But at the same time, I'm like, sometimes I'm just like, I wonder if they actually even care. Like, what about this or this is this?
People can't expect giveaway people to keep doing it if they're struggling. Like
Oh yeah,
I'm obviously I've took a break up because obviously like retweet deals and shit as well.
yeah.
I've said to the people who I've got that I need to buy, I've said, look, you're gonna have to wait because I'm jobless.
Mm-hmm.
I have phone bills to pay.
Are you guys still on lockdown right now?
No, we came out of lockdown on Wednesday last week. But we've been put in a tier system.
Yeah.
So it's like tier one's medium, so there's not even a low. That's how bad they're getting.
Dang.
So tier one's medium, then it's high, then it's very high. And basically, because at a pub,
Mm-hmm. Oh.
uh, we can't work unless,
Yeah.
well, we can't open unless we're in tier one, and we're in tier three in my area.
Oh, that
So,
that actually sucks.
but yeah, so obviously I'm not working, so it's and Christmas coming up. I was like, I would rather spend money on
Yeah.
presents for people. It's one time of the year where I fully go for it with presents.
Mm-hmm.
So I would rather use my money for that. Like, no offense to anyone, but it's my
Yeah.
money at
No.
the end of the
No. I.
day.
I actually feel that, like, especially lately, like, because Christmas is coming around. I like spoil the heck out of my whole family. So like I like
Yeah.
just buy everything and anything, which obviously makes it harder for me to do retweet deals and stuff. But at the same time, then I have everyone in my DMs that I owe something to constantly like that, and it's so stressful because
See
I feel
that
like I
that's
have to do it.
that like infuriates me because it's like not being funny, but it's Christmas time. You're gonna get loads of shit anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, can you chill?
And even if you don't, I promise I will get it to you. Like, I'm not just gonna like say, "Hey, I'm giving you this," and then be like, "Hey, nope, you're not getting
Exactly.
anything."
I think people need to learn how to be patient sometimes because it's stressful and
Yeah. Like, I get asking like once, like, "Hey, like, any updates?" Like, I get like one time, but like when you're like in my DMs like 30 times, I'm like,
you know
I
what
feel like I'm obligated to.
I found this really hard, and I just said, you know what, I'm just going to be how I need to be because and people, you feel like you have to try and be polite even though something's annoying you when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
giveaways. And I was like, look, but
Yeah.
sometimes you have to be a bit more, not rude, but
A little more
bit,
aggressive in a good
yeah,
way, not like,
because they won't get that you're pissed off if you don't.
yeah,
And then
yeah, or
but
that it actually like
anyway,
bothers you, you know?
more Twitter toxicity. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to bring this up because I thought this would be something to like end on.
Mm-hmm.
I saw your tweet about kids TV shows.
Oh
What's
my
what's
gosh.
your favorite ones or one?
All right. It depends how young we're going, honestly. When I was like around 8, I was so obsessed with Big Time Rush. That was like
I never
my
watched that.
show.
I never.
Really?
How old are you again, if you don't mind me
I'm
asking?
18.
Okay, so you're 2 years younger than me. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I feel like a grandma. Oh. Anyway, yeah, okay. So Big Time Rush as a kid, I can't remember what I watched when I was 8. I can kind of remember that I used to go to my nan's house before school. So obviously it's primary school for us
Yeah.
when you're younger. And I used to go to my nan's before school, and then I used to watch CBBC. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I
It's a
don't think I
it's a
have.
British thing. I don't think it's in America, but it's kind of like a kids slash teens thing, program. No, TV broadcast. That's it. And I used to go and watch that program every morning, and it used to be the same programs every morning. So there
Oh
was this
my
one
gosh.
cartoon called Arthur. Don't know if you've
Mm,
heard of that.
I think I've heard of Arthur. Is he like the thing, the
It's
person,
like
the little thing with the glasses?
and like a weird nose
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah.
I used to watch Blue Peter. I don't know if you've heard of
I
that.
don't think I've heard of that.
It's kind of like a TV show, kind of like like how there's. I'm trying to think American, like how there's the Late Late Show.
Yes, yes, yes,
It's
yes.
kind of like that, but for kids.
Oh,
I
interesting.
say kids, teens, whatever.
Yeah.
And I used to watch. This is a classic British thing that everyone watched at my age. And I think I watched this for a good few years.
Mhm.
Tracy Beaker. Have you heard of her?
I think I have heard of her. Yeah.
She made me evil as a because she was a kid in care and she was like a real pain in the bum. And
Yeah.
I used to love that. Okay, how about Disney Channel? Please say you watched Disney Channel or watched Disney Channel.
I did watch Disney Channel. I used to watch Wizards of Waverly Place all the time.
Oh,
that
yes.
that was a big one.
Yeah, I liked Wizards. I think, to be fair, I only ever watched Disney Channel. Like, I'm not sure about like you and your friends, but every time I spoke to my friends or still speak to my friends about childhood shows, I'm just like, oh, Disney Channel. Yeah, Disney Channel. My friend's like, oh, yeah, I
Mhm.
watch Disney Channel and I watch Nickelodeon. I was like,
Yeah, I watched Nickelodeon, but like I feel like I was like kind of like half and half with the two.
see,
Like,
I didn't. I was just like, Disney Channel is
yeah,
my, you know what I mean?
that Disney Channel.
It's just I don't think I have a favourite because I mean now the shows that they've got on Disney Channel now is shocking.
Yeah, yeah. Like it
Like
just like they got worse and worse as they went, and it kind of makes me really sad. Like
like the
I used to enjoy
classics,
it.
the classics that I used to watch, they will never ever. I still watch them.
Yeah,
Like
me too,
you
me
got
too.
Wizards, Austin and Ally, Shake It
Yes.
Up, Sweet Life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Classic Disney Channel movies as well. Oh,
Oh my gosh. Yes. And they're like it's so different now. Like it's just like I'll like watch the new ones like with my siblings or something.
yeah,
And I'll be like,
it's
what are we watching right now? I was like, no.
yeah. I think I mean I don't think I've watched it recently because we don't have it on our TV anymore because obviously
Mhm.
not we don't I don't watch it enough for them to pay for it
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
thing. But I think I was at my nan's house once a couple of years ago, and she's got it built into hers, and I was just
Mhm.
watching it because I thought why not? There's nothing else on telly, so I might as well just put Disney Channel on.
Yeah.
And obviously sometimes they play repeats of old shows,
Yes.
but like they brought up some TV shows, and I couldn't even sit through it. I was
Yeah.
on my phone for most of it, and I do that when I'm not enjoying something.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like I'm quite bad. I'm quite addicted to my phone, and I should probably learn to be off it a bit more.
I feel that. I feel that.
But it's like you can tell when I'm interested in something, even if I'm on my phone, because
Yeah.
like if I'm watching something I'm really interested in, if someone messages me, I do like to reply, but sometimes I'll wait a bit and
Yeah.
and even so, I could be replying and I could like stop replying because I'm intrigued in what's going on. But then if I'm watching something that I'm like, this is really bad, I'm just like,
Not even really paying attention.
yeah,
You're just like,
barely looking.
it's in the background.
Oh yeah, I wish I could go back to my childhood.
I feel that. I feel
Like
that.
not necessarily some parts of it, but I do miss being a kid. I think everyone says that when they're starting to become an
It was
adult
so
and they're
much less
starting to realize
stressful.
shit.
So much less
Exactly.
stressful.
Like I remember I used to when I was in school and they used to be like, right, we're going to learn about business and your future, and I'd be like, ugh.
Yeah,
And then
whatever.
I got to like, and I mean this is a little thing. When I think I started paying for my own phone bill when I was 17 or 18,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember doing it, and I was getting stressed because I was like, right, I need to save this amount of money for my phone. And then
Yeah.
my mom was like, right, I'm not buying you people's Christmas presents anymore. I was like, shit, right, I need to save this much. And it's, I know it's only little stuff at the minute. In like, I'm not living alone, I haven't got a car, but that's another thing. I had driving lessons and I just couldn't do it. And I would love to have a car, but I wish it was as simple as just like, oh, here's 50 quid for the car.
Yeah, that would make life so much easier.
Like,
so much easier.
I just don't. I like being an adult because people.
It's like more freedom, but like.
Yeah, I was gonna say people look up to you, but I don't necessarily mean it that way. I mean, like.
Yeah.
I feel very like if I'm around someone who's.
They listen to you more. That's like something. Like.
I couldn't think of how to word it for a minute, but I don't know. I like it and I don't, because it's like I feel like time's going really fast lately.
As it goes, it just gets quicker and quicker.
And I know this is a bit deep, so we'll probably end it after this. It's a bit deep, but I say always. I don't have this thought always, but when it comes to me, I proper think about it. I am. When people ask, like, what are your fears? And I'll say like, spiders or whatever I've got fear of. And then I ask them, and they're like, oh, I'm afraid of death. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I just think, okay. But then when I think about not death, because that sounds really like, but when I think about the future, I'm like, well, one day I'll go and what'll happen, because I don't know if you've ever learned this, or I don't know if you know this or learned it, but they say that apparently when you pass away, you come back as a new person.
Yeah, like reincarnation.
So like, for example, when I pass away, someone might get pregnant and then I'm that baby. Yeah. And
That's so weird.
I believe that.
Well, I feel like I can too, because like if you think about it, I don't know if you've ever like watched anything on it, but there's like little kids that will say they were this person who died this way, and like they were this old, and there will be actual stories of people that like that tragedy has happened to. So it's like, it's weird. Like, I don't know what to think about it.
I say I believe it, but I don't know whether that's because I want to believe it. Because I don't think I would not mind that, because it means I'm living a different life. But
so you still see, like, it's not like it just goes dark.
I think it's like, because we as people, we know what we're saying, we know how we feel, we know what we're doing. We don't know like what's going on really as other people.
So much we really don't know.
And it makes me think, like, if I came back as a boy, for example, would I feel and think how I am now, but just differently?
Yeah, like would you be the same, or would you be like, would you act completely different?
Would I completely have a different way of everything?
I feel like it might depend also on like how, like, where you grow up.
See, and like so much. Like, I have so many questions, because obviously I know how I feel at the minute. I know how I am. I know what I'm saying. So it just makes me think, like, if I came back as even another girl or a boy, whatever, obviously if I will be different, because I will be a different person, but will I still feel like me?
The way that you feel
at the minute, yeah. Like that's crazy to me, because we'll never know.
Weird.
We'll never know. Weird. Because even if we come back as a new person, we might remember stuff, but we might just think it's our we won't know.
Like that's what so like people even say with deja vu moments and stuff. Like, that's why you have deja vu, and I'm like,
deja vu, right? That used to, I'm carrying. I mean, it doesn't matter that we keep talking, but I just don't want to keep it too long. Deja vu. Honestly, I went through a stage where I had it a lot, and it panicked me so bad, because obviously you're only meant to have it like twice in your life, or something really like proper deja vu.
I didn't know that.
or it's like twice in a certain amount of time or something.
The feeling though, when it like happens, is like the weirdest thing. Like, it's like the weirdest feeling, because you like know like what happened, and then you're like, wait a second, this has happened before.
But like, I don't know if it's the same if you've ever experienced it, But with me, it felt more like mine happened in my dreams.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't know if that is deja vu or whether it's different.
I mean, it
but
still could be.
but it's so silly. Like, like, I can remember some as well. Like, I'll tell you some now. Like, one time I dreamt that I was at my nan's house, and it's so specific as well, which freaks
Mhm.
me out a bit. I was at my nan's house and I was sat on the chair. My nan was sat on the sofa. We had this crime program on, and they were in an office. And this man moved a box from one table to the other. That was the end of my dream.
Huh.
So,
Interesting.
okay.
Okay.
And then the next day, I was at my nan's house. I was sat
Oh
on the
gosh.
chair. My nan was sat on the sofa. We was watching a crime program and I was like,
Did he move the box? Did he move the box?
and it's not just that as well. It's conversations. Like, I will
Yeah.
dream that I've had a conversation. Like, it happened once. I dreamt that we had this weird conversation about Justin Bieber, and then the next day we were having it. And you know when you're having it, and I was like,
And then all of a sudden it like rushes back to you though, and you're like, wait a second.
but I also think it's sick because you can change the conversation.
That is so true though. Actually, you can be like,
Like,
I already know what you're gonna say if I say this. Come
that's
on.
what I mean. So, it's mad. But I went through a stage once where I had it so many times, so many.
Mhm.
Like, I had it like every day of the week for ages. And it was
That's
I had one
crazy.
once where I dreamt that I was on the plane on my holidays because I go away every year,
Yeah.
and I was sat with my mum's ex now, and
Mhm.
we were sat by another man, and his daughter came over, and we introduced ourselves, and it actually happened.
That's so weird. That's
Like,
like
there's so many things in
mind
this like
blowing.
world that you think, what the hell, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Oh my
it just
gosh.
it frazzles my brain. Everything we've just said, it's just I question that.
It's like so unexplainable too. Like what he's like, you can't really do anything about it afterwards. Like
Because it's all right saying, oh, you're reincarnating to another person, but how do you know like the specifics of it? You don't.
yeah.
Scientists can't turn around to you and say you will feel the same, or because how do they know?
It like makes you think like if life is really just planned. Like if everything that's supposed to happen is actually like set up already. Like you just never know.
It's and it's like when you see theories, some of them I think, what, shut up, what are you talking about?
Exactly. Yeah.
Some of them you think, hang on,
You're like, huh, wait a second.
you're like,
That might make sense.
questioning my whole life now. Oh, it's crazy. I
Oh
think
my
this
gosh.
this year's been crazy
Insane.
as well. I mean, we won't go into it because I think people have had enough, and I think I spoke about it on the last podcast. I mean, there's not much else to speak about at the minute.
Yeah, especially now. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. But I'm going to end it there. I think we've had a good half an hour chat. I
Yeah,
think
pretty
maybe a bit
good.
more. That was
Yeah.
a good chat. Yeah, it was nice to speak to you. Thank you for coming on.
Of course, it's
I
been fun.
will I will leave the links for your stuff down below. And maybe one day, if I'm ever in America, we can meet.
Heck yeah.
I do want to come to America soon.
I want to go to England so bad.
Well,
I
there
want
we
to go
go.
so bad. Yeah, it works.
I'll come to America, and then you can come here. And
We're gonna go at the same time. We're just gonna switch.
we're gonna accidentally like plan it at the wrong time. Oh dear. Anyway, I will let you go. Thank you again. It's been nice
Of
to
course.
chat, and I hope you have a good rest of the day because I know it's not evening
Yeah, it's
near
only
you.
1:05.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock here. So
Dang.
I'm gonna
Well, I
get
hope
some
the rest of
food
your night great.
and your day/night. Yeah. So that's the podcast for today. Thank you all for listening, and I will see you on the next one. So yeah.